Ocean road, windows down, the sea on the left, forever. I take this road when I need the thinking done, the one that runs along the coast, where the Atlantic argues with the shore about where the land ends and the water begins. They've been having this conversation since before anyone was here to hear it. The Afrobeats through the speakers and the ocean through the window are the same conversation, the same back and forth, the same groove finding its way around every obstacle, every rock, every resistance, everything that tries to stop the flow. I drive until the city becomes a rumor in the mirror, and the ocean becomes the only opinion worth having about anything. I came here carrying this morning. Ocean road, take me, ocean road, shake me loose from everything I carry, from everything I chose to carry. Ocean road, the groove and the water will sort it out. Ocean road, your boy leaves and the sea agree. Ocean road, there is nothing wrong with me that the talking drum and the Atlantic can't correct together. Ocean road, I drive until I'm free. Ocean road, gives it back to me. Everything I left behind in the city that I love but need to leave. Sometimes Ocean road gives it back. I stopped at the place with the plastic chairs, the ones that are always slightly too small and they fried fish, and watched the fishermen come in with the afternoon, catching the boats that seem too small for the ocean they carry. The ocean doesn't care about your doubt about whether the boat is enough. It just does its thing, and the fishermen do theirs, and the plastic chairs watch both without opinion. I sat until the light started thinking about changing. Then I ordered the cold drink that comes in the bottle with no label, and it's better than anything with a label. And I listened to the ocean, and the ocean said what it always says, which is keep going, keep going, keep going. Ocean road, take me, ocean road, shake me loose from everything I carry, from everything I chose to carry. Ocean road, the groove and the water will sort it out. Ocean road, your fires in the sea agree. Ocean road, there's nothing wrong with me that the talking drum and the Atlantic can't correct together. Ocean road, I drive until I'm free. Ocean road, gives it back to me. Everything the city asks me to leave at the door. Ocean road gives it back. The talking drum and the wave are the oldest conversation on this coast. One made by hands, one made by something older than hands, and both saying the same thing in the same rhythm, which is you are where you are supposed to be. You are moving at exactly the right speed. The ocean road doesn't go anywhere, that the ocean hasn't already been. And the ocean has been everywhere. I turn back when the thinking is done, which is not always at the same place. Sometimes it happens at the third fishing village, sometimes at the beach with the old hotel that never opened. Sometimes the thinking finishes before I expect it to, and I sit for a while in the finished thinking, which is its own pleasure. The city appears again in the distance, and I'm ready for it now, the way you're ready for anything. After the ocean and the groove and the fish and the plastic chairs and the bottle with no label, and the Atlantic saying keep going. Ocean road brought me back to myself. Ocean road put everything back on its shelf. The talking drum confirmed it, the Atlantic agreed. Ocean road gave it back to me, everything that we had taken quietly without asking. Ocean road drove me free, drove me free.
You're bo 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 bo. The djembe was here before the song, before the language, before the name for what this is. My grandfather's hands knew the drum before they knew anything that a school would recognize as knowledge. He carried it the way you carry something that was given to you before you could choose it. The groove is not invented, it is inherited, passed through the hands, through the blood, through the specific way a body moves when the djembe speaks to something older than memory. I found this out at a funeral, which is where the drum does its most honest work. Not at the celebration, but at the leaving, when the talking drum says what language can't.
Ancestor groove,
They left it for me,
ancestor groove,
in the blood, in the beats.
ancestor groove,
The djembe is saying their names, their names, their names.
ancestor groove,
I carry it forward,
ancestor groove,
every generation above, between what was known and what is becoming. to silence first, because the drum is the memory of the people stored in a form that can't be written over. They can burn the archive, they can burn and hear the drum, they can redraw the border, they cannot move the rhythm. The groove survives, everything the groove survives, because it lives in the body, not in the documents. I play the record my grandfather would have known, and something in my shoulders recognizes it before my mind does, which is the ancestor groove, which is the inheritance speaking through the body it was given to.
Ancestor groove,
They left it for me
ancestor groove,
in the blood, in the beat.
ancestor groove,
Djembe is saying their names, their names, their names.
ancestor groove,
I carry it forward.
ancestor groove,
Every generation a border between what was known and what is becoming.
ancestor groove,
The drum keeps running through every century, through every erasure. The ancestor groove remains the same, the same, the same, and I am the same. The groove knows what the history books missed. The groove knows what the archive forgot. Every djembe stroke is a sentence in a language that predates sentences. I am translating for whoever comes after me, the way my grandfather translated for me, without knowing he was translating, just moving, just playing, just passing the groove through the hands, through the blood, through the specific way a body learns to carry what was given before it could choose it. This is the ancestor groove, this is the inheritance. Ancestor survives. I will teach my children the way my grandfather taught me, not in words, not in explanation, but in the hearing of it, in the room where the djembe lives, in the Sunday morning groove that has no reason except the continuation of itself, which is reason enough, which has always been reason enough. The groove that continues is the life that continues, is the people that continue through every border change.
in the evening light, like the sun decided to stay. My mother's mother had this same shade of evening in her skin, like the hour before dark holds all the warmth of the day it's ending. She wore it like she knew it was the most valuable thing. I grew up in a place that didn't know what to do with this particular goal. So I learned to be my own audience, my own approval, my own standing ovation for the skin that carried everything I come from. Now I stand in the groove, a beloved for this evening, and the talking drum agrees with everything I already knew about the goal, about the warmth, about the way some things are just right. Golden skin, the evening recognizes it. Golden skin, the groove was made for it. Golden skin, my grandmother's all the sea. Golden skin, finally free. Golden skin in the Lagos light. Golden skin at the center of tonight. Every drum was built for this specific celebration. Golden skin, the Dazzler's declaration that beauty has an origin, that a ridiculous lesion. Golden skin living, making everything clear. The bud found this for me at the exact right moment, when I needed something to confirm what I suspected, that the rhythm and the gold belong together, that the groove was always going to find its way to me. Tyler moved like water, and the whole world understood that something had been waiting for the moment it was seen. I understood because I had been waiting in my own small room of the same knowing. The world learned slowly what the drum always knew, what the shekere always celebrated, what the talking drum has been saying since before the word for saying it existed in any language, except the language of the body moving in the groove. Golden skin, the even recognizes it. Golden skin, the groove was made for it. Golden skin, my grandmother's legacy. Golden skin, finally free. Golden skin in the last light. Golden skin at the center of tonight. Every drum was built for this specific celebration. Golden skin, up with Usher's declaration that beauty has an origin, that origin is here. Golden skin, the evening, making everything clear. The conga says something, the shekere answers, the talking drum confirms it, the bass line agrees. Every instrument in this groove is saying the same thing in a different voice, which is the nature of the truth. My grandmother knew it, my mother carried it, I received it, and now I'm giving it back to the groove, to the evening, to the eyebrows that recognize it first and never stop celebrating. Golden skin in every light, not just a golden hour, not just tonight, but every ordinary morning, every Tuesday afternoon, every fluorescent noon. The gold doesn't leave, was never borrowed from the light outside. The light comes from inside, the evening just agrees with it. Beat up 40s, just agrees with it. The groove just agrees. Last song of the night, and the shaker is still going, still celebrating the specific gold of this specific evening, of this body in this groove, of everything my grandmother gave me, that I finally stopped apologizing for. I move in the upflow, bitch, like I was born here, because I was born here, not in the geography. every person who carries the groove in the blood. Oh, golden skin in the last light. Golden skin, you were always right. Every drum confirmed it, every groove declared it. Golden skin, never got and celebrated from the beginning. From before the beginning. Golden skin, I hear it now. I hear it now. Agreeing with everything I am. Golden skin, the groove agrees. Golden skin, golden skin, golden skin, The Harmattan comes every year without asking, carrying everything from somewhere else into your life. The Harmattan arrived last Tuesday. I knew it by the sky first, that particular gray-white that isn't cloud, but is the Sahara deciding to visit the way it always does, without announcement. The washing on the line was covered in fine red dust by noon, and my mother went outside the way she always goes outside when the Harmattan comes, to assess the damage and find none, because she grew up with this, and damage requires surprise, and the Harmattan has never once surprised her. I love this season in the specific way you love difficult things that come with the territory of where you're from. The cracked lips, the dry skin, the red dust on everything. The way the evening light turns gold through the haze and makes the city briefly beautiful in a way that no other season can replicate. Harmattan dust on everything. Harmattan finds everything. Every crack, every opening, everything I left uncovered. The Harmattan gets in, the Harmattan always gets in. Harmattan, season of the honest wind. Harmattan brings what the year has been carrying from somewhere distant and deposits it here on the washing line, on the windowsill, on the skin. Harmattan, every year. Harmattan, I'm still here in the dust, in the dry wind, in the cold light of the difficult, beautiful Harmattan season. My friend who grew up here moved to a city without Harmattan. She calls me every November when the season starts and asks me what it smells like. And I hold the phone outside so she can hear the dry wind in the mango tree. She says it sounds like home. I say I know. She says she didn't think she'd miss the dust. I say the dust was never just the dust. It was the announcement that the year was turning, that the familiar difficult thing was coming back, as it always comes back. Reliable in its disruption, which is its own kind of comfort. The Afrobeats plays different in the Harmattan, lower somehow more patient. The bass line thickens in the dry air. The talking drum sounds closer like the Harmattan. Pressed everything together like the dry wind, made the groove more itself. Harmattan dust on everything. Harmattan finds everything. every crack, every opening, everything I left uncovered. The Harmattan gets in, the Harmattan always gets in. Harmattan, season of the honest wind. Harmattan brings what the year has been carrying from somewhere distant and deposited here on the washing line, on the windowsill, on the skin. Harmattan, every year. Harmattan, I'm still here in the dust, in the dry wind, in the gold light of the difficult, beautiful Harmattan season. The Sahara is enormous. I learned this in geography. But the Harmattan makes it personal. Makes it a thing that finds your windowsill, your washing line, your lips that crack in the dry weeks of the season. The wind traveled from the Sahara to here, carrying the dust of a desert I have never visited, but which visits me every year, reliably like a relative who does not call ahead. And I put on the shea butter and close the windows at the specific hour when the Harmattan decides to be serious. And I turn up the Aphrodite and I let the groove do what the groove does in the Harmattan season, which is hold everything together, which is make the difficult beautiful, which is remind the body that the dry wind is also the wind that brings the gold light at evening, like turns the red dust haze into something that painters would travel from cold countries to stand inside. I would not trade it. I have lived in cities without Harmattan, and they were clean and comfortable and missing something I could not name until I came back and the dry wind hit my face at the airport, and I understood where I had been missing. The Harmattan will end in February or March, depending on what the desert decides this year. And the rains will come, and the dust will clear, and the sky will return to the blue I know better. But I will miss it, the way I always miss it. The difficult season that makes the other seasons make sense by contrast. The dry wind that carries the Sahara into my life every November, without asking, without apology, like something. It belongs here, because it does. Because the Harmattan belongs to this place, as much as the mango tree, as much as the generator hum, as much as the midnight market, as much as the F4 to the phone shop speakers, as much as I do, as much as we all do. The difficult, beautiful, seasonal visitors of our own life. Harmattan, season of the honest wind. Harmattan brought everything I've been carrying from somewhere distant and show me where it lives, on the washing line, on the windowsill, on the skin. Harmattan, every year. Harmattan, I'm still here in the dust, in the dry wind, in the gold evening light of the difficult, beautiful, necessary. Harmattan season, always a season. The Harmattan comes every year without asking, carrying everything from somewhere else into your life. The Harmattan arrived last Tuesday. I knew it by the sky first. That particular gray-white that isn't cloud, but is the Sahara, deciding to visit the way it always does, without announcement. The washing on the line was covered in fine red dust by noon, and my mother went outside Harmattan comes to assist the damaged and find none, because she grew up with this, and damage requires surprise, and the Harmattan has never once surprised her. I love this season in the specific way you love difficult things that come with the territory of where you're from. The cracked lips, the dry skin, the red dust on everything. The way the evening light turns gold through the haze and makes the city briefly beautiful in a way that no other season can replicate. Harmattan dust on everything. Harmattan finds everything. Every crack, every opening, everything I left uncovered. The Harmattan gets in. The Harmattan always gets in. Harmattan, season of the honest wind. Harmattan brings what the year has been carrying from somewhere distant, and deposits a year on the washing line, on the windowsill, on the skin. Harmattan, every year. Harmattan, I'm still here in the dust and the dry wind, in the cold light of the difficult, beautiful Harmattan season. My friend who grew up here moved to a city without Harmattan. She calls me every November when the season starts and asks me what it smells like, and I hold the phone outside so she can hear the dry wind in the mango tree. She says it sounds like home. I say I know. She says she didn't think she'd miss the dust. I say the dust was never just the dust. It was the announcement that the year was turning, that the familiar difficult thing was coming back, as it always comes back, reliable in this disruption, which is its own kind of comfort. The Aphrodite plays different in the Harmattan, lower somehow, more patient. The bass line thickens in the dry air. The talking drum sounds closer, like the Harmattan pressed everything together, like the dry wind made the groove more itself. Harmattan dust on everything. Harmattan finds everything. Every crack, every opening, everything I left uncovered. The Harmattan gets in. The Harmattan always gets in. Harmattan, season of the honest wind. Harmattan brings what the year has been carrying from somewhere distant, and deposits it here on the washing line, on the windowsill, on the skin. Harmattan, every year. Harmattan, I'm still here in the dust and the dry wind, in the cold light of the difficult, beautiful Harmattan season. The Sahara is enormous. I learned this in geography. But the Harmattan makes it personal, makes it a thing that finds your windowsill, your washing line, your lips that crack in the dry weeks of the season. The wind traveled from the Sahara to here, carrying the dust of a desert I have never visited, but which visits me every year, reliably, like a relative who does not call ahead. And I put on the shea butter and close the windows at the specific hour when the Harmattan decides to be serious, and I turn up the Aphrobites and I let the groove do what the groove does in the Harmattan season, which is hold everything together, which is make the difficult beautiful, which is remind the body that the dry wind is also the wind that brings the gold light at evening, that turns the red dust haze into something that painters would travel from cold countries to stand inside. I would not trade it. I have lived in cities without Harmattan, and they were clean and comfortable and missing something I could not name until I came back and the dry wind hit my face at the airport, and I understood what I had been missing. The Harmattan will end in February or or March, depending on what the desert says this year. And the rains will come, and the dust will clear, and the sky will return to the blue. I know better, but I will miss it the way I always miss it. The difficult season that makes the other seasons make sense by contrast. The dry wind that carries the Sahara into my life every November without asking, without apology, like something that belongs here because it does. Because the Harmattan belongs to this place as much as the mango tree, as much as the generator hum, as much as the midnight markets, as much as the afro leaks through the phone shop speakers, as much as I do, as much as we all do, the difficult, beautiful, seasonal visitors of our own lives. Harmattan, season of the honest wind. Harmattan brought everything I've been carrying from somewhere distant, and showed me where it lands on a washing line, on the windowsill, under the skin. Harmattan, every year. Harmattan, I'm still here, in the dust, in the dry wind, in the gold evening light of the gift of beautiful fun. As you see, Harmattan season.
Da 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 da. Yeah, yeah. Midnight market, everything alive, everything for sale, everything worth having. The generator comes on at 8, and the whole street changes. The neon signs negotiate with the evening air. The smell of suya from the corner, the sound of pepper grinding. Somewhere in the next compound, somebody is cooking for tomorrow. I grew up in this noise, this particular beautiful noise of a street that never decided to be quiet before midnight. The hawkers and the music, the argument about football, the child who should be sleeping but isn't, and nobody minds. Yeah. This is the midnight market, where everything happens at the exact wrong time, which turns out to be the exact right time for everything that market. The groove, the food, the laughter, the community of the late hour. Midnight market calling, every drum alive, every voice belonging. Midnight market, come outside and leave. Midnight market, everybody out tonight, every window, every light, telling the same story of a place that chose to never sleep before the living's done. I belong here. This is home, the talking drum, the brass, the groove, the smell of suya, and I'm on and home. I'm home. The woman at the fabric stall has been there since I was 8. She knows my mother's name, she knew my grandmother's. She sells the same Ankara patterns that have been selling here since before the electricity. before the generator hum. There is a continuity in the midnight market that the fast world misses. The same stall, same face, same fabric, same conversation about the price, which we both know will end in the same comfortable middle that it always ends in. The Afrobeats from the fun shop, the one that's always too loud, plays the new banner boy, and the woman at the fabric stall moves her shoulders without looking up from the Ankara, without missing a single phone. Midnight market calling, every drum alive, every voice belonging. Midnight market, come outside and leave. Midnight market, everybody out tonight. Every window, every light, telling the same story of a place that chose to never sleep before the living's done. I belong here. This is home, the talking drum, the grass, the groove, the smell of Suya, and I'm home, I'm home. I'm home. The generator will go off at some point in the night, and the darkness will remind us of what electricity costs. But before that, before the darkness, there is this, the full bright living of the midnight market, the noise that is not noise, but the sound of belonging. Every city has a midnight hour, but not every city fills it like this, with the brass stand and the talking drum and the Ankara fabric and the Suya smoke and the football arguments and the child who should be sleeping and the Afrobeats too loud from the phone shop. And the groove, always the groove, underneath everything, holding it all together. The way a good market holds a community by being exactly itself. My friend who left for London calls me sometimes. At the exact time, the midnight market gets loud, and I hold the phone up so he can hear it, and he goes quiet on the other end. He says, I can smell the Suya. I say, I know. He says, say hello to the fabric woman. I say, she already knew you'd want me to. Midnight market, everybody out tonight. Every window, every light, the whole community choosing to be here, choosing the noise, choosing the living. I was born here. This is mine, the talking drum, the brass, the groove, the Suya smoke, and I'm home, I'm home. I'm always home. When the midnight market calls me home. Midnight market. The generator's still on. Midnight market. Still alive. Still home. Still.
Slow fire doesn't announce itself. It finds the dry wood and begins.
I've been watching the evening coming through the window, the way it always does here, unhurried and warm. Behind my piano log drum, somewhere in the distance, telling the neighborhood that the night has its own plans.
I put on the record that my father brought from Lagos, the one with the scratch on the third track that makes the groove stutter, in a way that sounds more like the truth than the clean version would. You said you'd come by somewhere around 9, which in this particular language means whenever the groove decides to bring you here, which is fine, which is the right relationship to have with time.
Slow fire takes the whole night. Slow fire gets everything right. In the air, in the moment,
Slow fire
finds it all.
I left before I meant to, arrived before you expected, which is my way of saying the groove brought me here faster than I planned to come. The log drum from your window, I could hear it from the corner, and something in the body started moving toward the sound. Before the mind had made the decision, which is how enough found means words. I've been in rooms where the music was decoration, background for the talking, backstrap for the performance. This is not one of those rooms. This record your father brought from Lagos, this scratch on the third track, this is the
Slow fire takes the whole night.
Slow fire
Gets everything right. In the end, in the moment,
Slow fire
finds it all.
Slow fire, we are the slow fire, burning through the evening, like it has somewhere to be, but doesn't. Slow fire, warm and certain. Slow fire, the groove is working, something between us that we don't need to name. Slow fire, we are the slow fire, burning through the night, the way the African planned from the beginning. Slow fire, slow, beautiful fire.
My grandmother said that the Afrobeats is the most honest music, because the body responds before the mind can complicate it. You don't decide to feel it, it decides for you.
I've been thinking about that, watching you across the room, the way the log drum found you immediately, the way your shoulders responded before you noticed they were responding, honest and unhurried, like the slow fire starting.
There's a philosophy in the slow groove that the fast world keeps forgetting to learn, that not everything worth having should be rushed toward, that some arrivals require the full evening.
The slow fire doesn't apologize for needing the whole night. It takes what it needs and gives back more than it took, which is the nature of the groove, which is the nature of the war. Slow fire, we are the slow fire, burning through the evening like it has somewhere to be, but doesn't. Slow fire, warm and certain. Slow fire, the groove is working. Something between us that we don't need to name. Slow fire, we are the slow fire, burning through the night. The way the Afro means blend from the beginning. Slow fire, slow, beautiful fire. Log drum counts the hours, the talking drum confirms them. The shaker measures everything, the bass line holds it all. And somewhere in the progression between the instruments talking, between the groove and the warmth and the scratch on the third track, we found the thing we weren't looking for, because you don't look for slow fire. You just let the evening happen. You just put on the record. You just leave the window open, and the slow fire finds its own way. This is what the groove knew. This is what the Afrobeats has been saying in every language it has ever spoken, which is the language of the body, which is the language of the drum, which is the language of Chitimpra. In a warm room, not rushing anything, burning slowly, beautifully, but nothing.
Slow fire, we became the slow fire. Burned through the whole evening like it had nowhere else to be. Slow fire, warm and certain. Slow fire, the groove worked its way through everything we brought to this room tonight.
Come closer, just a little closer. The groove is warm enough for both of us. I saw you from across the room, doing that thing with your shoulders, where you move like the music was written specifically for you. Maybe it was, maybe the drummer knew that someone like you would be standing there tonight. The Afrobeats don't lie, they find the people who already carry the rhythm, somewhere in the chest, somewhere in the history of everybody that ever moved to a drum. I'm not in a hurry, I want to watch you in the groove for a while before I make a move, because the groove is the conversation. The way you move is the answer to a question I've been asking every night this week. Come a little closer, let the rhythm introduce us. Come a little closer, the groove already knows your name. Come a little closer, the percussion speaks for me. Come closer, come closer, come closer. I promise the warmth is real. Come closer, I promise this is how it feels when two people find the same beat in a room full of searching. Come closer and stay. Come closer and stay. In the groove, in the warm, in the slow. Come closer. You laughed at something your friend said, and the whole room briefly belonged to it. I know that sounds like too much,
But the Afrobeats make everything a little larger than ordinary life. Lagos taught me this, that joy takes up space, that laughter is entitled to the whole room, that the groove is generous, enough for everybody, every feeling, every come closer moment. I've been in cities where the music apologizes for taking too much space. This is not one of those nights. This is the kind of night the talking drum invented specifically for the come closer. Come a little closer, let the rhythm introduce us. Come a little closer, the groove already knows your name. Come a little closer, come on, question speaks for me. Come closer, come closer, come closer. I promise the warmth is real. Come closer, I promise this is how it feels when two people find the same beat in a room full of searching. Come closer and stay. Come closer and stay. In the groove, in the warm, in the slow. Come closer. The bass line found us both tonight. Before we found each other, the rhythm made the introduction, the way rhythm always does. No words needed for this first part. The groove does the talking, the push it does the asking, the body does the answering, and you answer, and I'm here, and the talking drum is very pleased with itself for bringing us this close. Every Afrobeat song is a negotiation between what you wanna say and what the groove says for you. Tonight the groove said, come closer, and you did, and here we are in the warm. The last song always comes before you're ready for it, before the groove has said everything it meant to say. I'm not ready for the last song. I'm not ready to not be this close. One more song I'll ask, one more round of the groove, one more concussion loop, one more come closer. Because the warmth is real, because the beat was right, because the effort beats brought us here, and I wanna stay. Come closer. Yes, the warmth is real. Come closer. This is exactly how it feels when the rhythm finds two people searching for the same beat. Come closer. Let's stay. Come closer and stay. In the groove, in the warm, in the slow burn of the perfect Afrobeats night. Come closer, stay, stay, come closer. The groove is warm, come closer, stay a while, stay.
funerals in a year that tried its hardest to convince me that the ending was the only thing worth believing in. The ending kept arriving, and I kept arriving after it, which I now understand to be the whole point. My aunt said after my grandfather's funeral, the year I was 11, she said the sun always comes after the rain, and I thought it was nothing. I thought it was the thing adults say when they have no better language for the loss. I know now that it was everything, that it was the entire curriculum compressed into one sentence that took me 30 years to graduate from. Sun after rain, talking drum and blues. Sun after rain, my grandmother proved it. Sun after rain, the groove is the evidence. Sun after rain, always comes. Sun after rain, I'm still standing. Sun after rain, the groove is expanding into everything the storm tried to take, into everything I kept, through everything that breaks. Sun after rain, I'm still dancing. Sun after rain, the light is advancing over everything the year thought would stay dark. Sun after rain, found my heart, found my heart again. The alphabets found me in the middle of the hard year, when I needed something that the language of sadness couldn't give me. The groove doesn't ask about the funeral dress, it just finds the body and begins. I danced at my cousin's wedding 4 months after the third funeral, and something in the dancing said that grief and joy are not opponents. They are the same substance in different temperatures, and the La Forbes knows how to hold both. The talking drum celebrates and mourns in the same voice, because the West African understanding of both is that they require the same body, the same harmony, the same groove to be properly felt. Sun after rain, the talking drum knew it. Sun after rain, but from my heart proved it. Sun after rain, the groove is the evidence. Sun after rain, always comes. Sun after rain, I'm still standing. Sun after rain, the groove is expanding into everything the storm tried to take, into everything I kept, through everything that breaks. Sun after rain, I'm still dancing. Sun after rain, the light is advancing over everything the year thought would stay dark. Sun after rain, found my heart, found my heart. The choir knows this, the drum knows this, every grandmother who ever said sun after rain was not offering comfort, she was offering the whole map of how to be human. The map says, feel it completely, dance at the funeral, cry at the wedding, let the efforts hold what you can. Let the groove carry what is too heavy for only two comes. And then when the drum signals the change in the weather, and the sun comes through the window that faced the rain for so long, standing, just standing, and let the warmth confirm what the groove always knew, which is that you were always going to my part, to this side of the rain. I wore a yellow dress today, the color of the announcement that the hard year is behind me, not forgotten, not erased, but behind the way rain is behind when the sun comes. My aunt would have laughed at the yellow dress, which is how I know it was the right choice, which is how I know she is somewhere in the groove that found me this morning, laughing at the yellow and the sun and the dancing and the always, always coming sun. I'm still standing here, in the yellow that I wear, for everyone who told me in their different ways that the sun was coming in the grief of rainy days. I'm still dancing, sun after rain. The groove kept asking me to trust it, and I did, and here I am in the sun, in the groove, in the yellow dress, in the sun. After the rain, after the rain, after all the rain, the sun came back. The sun always comes back. Sun after rain. Yeah. What I like wine, slow and warm, moving through everything like it was always meant to. I don't move fast for anyone, learned that somewhere between the girl I was at 17 and the woman in this room. The question finds me first before the melody arrives. Something in my blood already knows this groove. Saturday is wearing gold tonight. The city put its good dress on, and I'm the last one ready, which means I'm right on time. You've been watching from the corner with the patience of a river, knowing that the water always finds its way. Slow and warm like water moving over stone. Slow and warm, you don't have to rush what's already home. In the rhythm, in the groove, in the way I move. Water like wine, I pour slow. Water like wine, watch it flow into every space, every crack, every place you thought you had protected. Water like wine, I find you. Water like wine, I move through everything you built to keep the feeling out. Water line gets in without a doubt, gets in, gets in. The talking drum is saying something my grandmother would understand. The language that preceded every language much spoken since I learned to hear it at a distance first. The way you hear the rain before it reaches you. You asked me where I'm from and I said everywhere the drum goes, everywhere the rhythm found a body and a reason. I am Lagos, I am London, I am every city where the groove arrived before the explanation, arrived before the word. Slow and warm like water moving over stone. Slow and warm, you don't have to rush what's already found its home. In the rhythm, in the groove, in the way, in the way I move. Water like wine, I pour slow. Water like wine, watch it flow into every space, every crack, every place you thought you had protected. Water like wine, I find you. Water like wine, I move through everything you built to keep the feeling out. Water like wine gets in without a doubt. Gets in, gets in. The Shekarin knows, the 808 knows, the talking drum has always known what the body knows before the mind gives it permission. Let it move you, let it find you, let the water do what water does, which is arrive, which is settled, which has become the shape of whatever holds it. You are holding it now. You are the shape, the water found tonight. Water like wine, water like wine. Slow, warm, inevitable. Last song of the evening, and the groove is still going. But percussion never tired, like it knows something we don't. About how long a good thing should be allowed to last. I'm still moving when the lights come up, still feeling the talking drum in the bones, still the water, still the wine, still the slow, inevitable arrival. Water like wine, I pour slow. Water like wine, watched it flow into every space, every beauty.